This is not the story of madness, at least not in the way you might think. No, this is a confession, a precise, calculated recounting of a crime committed in cold blood, not because of hatred, not for revenge, but because of an eye. Yes, an old man's eye. The narrator swears he loved the old man. He'd never wronged him, never insulted him, but that eye, the vulture eye, haunted him. A pale blue film stretched across it like a cataract, watching, judging. Whenever it fixed on him, his blood ran cold. So he made up his mind. He would kill the old man and rid himself of the eye forever. But this was not the work of a madman. Each step was planned with meticulous care. For 7 nights he crept into the old man's room, slowly, silently, at midnight. He opened the door inch by inch and let in a single thin ray of light from a hidden lantern. Each night the eye was shut, and without the eye there was no rage, no reason to act, so he waited. But on the 8th night, something changed. As he opened the door, his thumb slipped on the lantern clasp. A faint sound. The old man stirred. He sat up in bed. "Who's there?" Silence. The narrator stood frozen in the dark for a full hour. Then he opened the lantern. And there it was, the eye, wide open. That was all he needed. He lunged, dragged the old man to the floor, held the mattress over him. The heartbeat thundered in his ears, louder, louder, until suddenly it stopped, dead. He smiled. There was no blood, no mess. He dismembered the body carefully and buried it beneath the floorboards. No trace, no guilt, just silence. The next morning, a knock at the door. 3 policemen. A neighbor had reported a scream. He welcomed them in, calm, smiling, showed them every room, even brought them to the old man's bedroom and placed their chairs right above the hidden corpse. They chatted casually. He smiled, but then he heard it, a sound, a low, muffled thumping from beneath the floorboards. He knew the sound. It was the heartbeat. His? The old man's? He tried to ignore it, but it only grew louder. The men kept talking, unaware, smiling, laughing. They mocked him. They had to hear it. They had to. The sound was unbearable. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't think. He couldn't stand it. And then, "Villains," he screamed. "Dissemble no more. I admit the deed. Tear up the planks. Here, here." It is the beating of his hideous heart. He thought he had committed the perfect crime. That reason had triumphed over madness. But guilt has its own heartbeat. And in the end, it always finds a voice.